that is the Hop Oxo. Actually, what you're looking at here is the Hop Oxo X, not the Ox, but the Oxo X, and this is the higher end version of the Hop Oxo. So let's start with the pricing first. The Hop Oxo, the base version, comes in at rupees 1.25 lakhs, while this Oxo X comes in at rupees 1.40 lakhs. So let's start with what's common between both the bikes. Of course, first thing that's common is the design. There is some slight difference. The base model gets different color schemes and the X gets some different color schemes, little brighter, more contrasting color schemes, but the basic design stays the same between both the bikes. And if you look at the front of the bike, this headlight looks very familiar indeed. I think it's the one from the FZ version 2.0, but what do you think? Let us know in the comments below. And the other thing that's surprising about the headlight is that for an electric bike, the headlight is halogen and so is the DRL, but the indicators as well as the tail light, these are LEDs. Okay, as far as what else is common between the Oxo and the Oxo X is pretty much everything, including the underpinning of the frame, the suspension, which is normal forks up front, twin shocks at the rear, disc brakes at both ends, 240mm disc at the front, 220mm disc at the rear with CBS as standard, no ABS. But that's common between the bikes. Also, what's common is the battery pack. And the battery pack is a 3.75 kWh lithium-ion battery pack. To put that into perspective, the battery pack on the Revolt i400, that's 3.24 kWh, while the one on the Kratos R is 4 kWh. And the battery is located behind these panels right there. The motor, well, that's a hub motor, and that is also technically the same between both the bikes. They have the same sustained power output, 3 kilowatts, but there is a difference in peak power. On the base Hop Oxo, peak power is 5.2 kilowatts, while on the Oxo X, it's 6.3 kilowatts. So in terms of acceleration, there's a difference. The base model can go from 0 to 40 in 4 seconds, while the Oxo X can go from 0 to 40 in 3.5 seconds. And again, the seat, it's quite long. Hop claims that this is the longest seat in class. They haven't given us numbers yet, but the seat height is actually quite good at 78 mm. So most people can get on this bike fairly easily. And the beauty here is that the ground clearance, that's pretty high too, 180 mm. To put that into perspective, the Himalayan is 200 mm, so this is not bad for a commuter motorcycle. And again, what's coming with the two bikes, of course, is this charging port right here. It's a DC charging port. There's no fast charging. You can plug this into a 15mm charger at your home, and it comes with an 850-watt charger with the bike, which of course you can't carry with you on the bike, but Hop will sell you this saddlebag right here, which has waterproof lining, so you can carry your charger on the go, and you can also put your phone and wallet and other knickknacks in there and keep them safe from the rain. In terms of features, of course, it gets a 5-inch LCD unit here, nothing fancy, no color screen, but it's got all the basic info you need right there. And now talking about difference between the Oxo and the Oxo X, here again, while the console is the same, the Oxo X gets connected with a mobile phone with Bluetooth, so it gets stuff like right hand sticks you can get on the phone and the app, as well as turn-by-turn navigation. So you can see, if you start the console, you can see this little cluster of arrows here. That's for your turn-by-turn navigation. That's available only on the Oxo X. Now, of course, the slight difference between these two bikes again is the warranty. Now, both bikes have 4 years of warranty, but the base Oxo is limited to 50,000 kilometers, while the Oxo X warranty has no limitation in terms of kilometers. Now, the Oxo X goes on sale right now for rupees 999, and you can book yours on their website, and they'll start deliveries by 1st of October. And it will be available in 15 states across the country through 150 dealerships. So what is your take on the Hop Oxo? Now, if you ask us, well, in terms of quality, it looks just about okay, but we'll comment on that once we get the bike for a proper road test. And even switchgear quality seems fairly okay. Again, I forgot to mention that this bike has 3 power modes. One is City, Power and Sport, while the Oxo X gets a turbo mode which gives you a little extra top speed. So on the base bike, you get a top speed of 90 kph. The OXO X goes to 95 kph, and of course there's also a reverse mode which is limited to just 5 kph. So if you want to back the bike into a difficult parking spot or out of it, you can use the reverse mode. So that there in a nutshell is the Hop OXO and OXO X. Let us know what you think about this bike in the comments. We think it's a decent commuter. It looks fairly okay. It looks okay, well made, but we'll reserve our judgment for a full-on road test once we get the bike for a full-blown road test in Pune sometime at a later date. But in the meantime, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. For Zig Wheels, this is PD. Bye.
प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब, कमेंट्स एंड शेयर। और कमेंट्स कंपलसरी कीजिए कि उसमें फीडबैक क्या मिल रहा है आपको और क्या इम्प्रूव करना चाहिए। प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट्स में बताइए कि मैं और क्या इम्प्रूव करना है और आगे मैं करता रहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।